Hello and welcome to week 2 of Girls Guide to Fantasy Football. I am your host, Jordan Zucker. This is your week 2 wrap-up. For those of you that are strictly video watchers and missed the player picture disclaimer in last week's post, here it is. I do not mean to objectify the fine men of the NFL. This is actually how I identify them on the field. I don't see the face. I see the name and number and whatever's beneath it running around all over the place. Hope you understand and aren't offended. Thanks. Big news of the week. If you missed the Monday Night Football Dallas-Philly game, go find someone who taped it and watch it, just to get your blood pumping. This NFC matchup saw more action in the first quarter than Wilt Chamberlain did on a Saturday night in 1978. 2 field goals, 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, 2 more field goals, and then 4 touchdowns in the second quarter, including a 98-yard kickoff return by Felix Jones and a crazy end zone Romo fumble that went from a safety to a touchdown in 2.2 seconds. It was awesome. The bonehead play of the game, hands down, belongs to Eagles rookie wide receiver Deshaun Jackson. He went from being my prediction of this year's Antonio Holmes to being my prediction of 2011's T.O. He gets the Most Embarrassing Play of the Week award by tossing the football before he crossed the plane into the end zone on what would have been an 88-yard catch for McNabb. Westbrook took it in on a 1-yard score on the next carry, so it wasn't a complete loss for the Eagles, but Jackson and McNabb owners want their touchdown points back. Now for my Monday morning quarterbacking. I obviously should have started Oakland running back Darren McFadden in my guys league, or even Ahmad Bradshaw, but how would I have known that? He didn't even get on the field in week 1. McFadden rushed for 164 yards on 21 attempts and a touchdown after he took over for the injured Justin Farias. McFadden's rushing total was the most for a rookie in his first or second game since Otis Anderson gained 193 yards in 1979. But I would have lost anyway, even if I started him, so. Surprise performances. Everybody's wanting to admit they were wrong for making fun of my Santana Moss 5th-round pick about as much as Dave Letterman is wanting to admit Jessica Simpson was right about guys wearing just jock straps and not cups on the field. Limits their mobility. Santana Moss had 7 receptions for 164 yards and a game-winning fourth-quarter touchdown for the Redskins. That's my boy. So the biggest injury concern this week is everybody's golden boy, San Diego running back, LaDainian Tomlinson. Everybody all across the country was screaming his name like only a mother on a Campbell's soup commercial could. LaDainian! With only 26 rushing yards, 14 receiving yards, and no passing yards, LT's toe is clearly an issue, and I'm putting it on that because I'm sure he's still got it otherwise. Okay, he may not have a high percentage of ownership in the fantasy world, but I feel compelled to take note of Logan Payne's injury and ask, who put a hex on the Seattle receivers? Branch, Ingram, Burleson, and now Payne is out with a torn knee ligament. Tight end John Carlson should be safe as long as they don't switch him to wide receiver. Oakland's running back Justin Fargas was injured halfway through the second quarter with what is being called a groin injury. I'm just going to stop right there with that one. TJ, who's your mama? Correctly pronouncing a tough player name. This week's guy is on the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you can get through his hair to see his jersey, it should read like this. Polamalu. Troy Polamalu. Troy Polamalu. Jordan's advice of the week. When filming a video blog, skip the pants. No one will know and you'll be a whole lot more comfortable. Okay, that was my original advice of the week. Then I caught wind of a certain Redskins blog incident and I have revised it to this. When filming a video blog, go ahead and skip the pants, but maybe sport some undies. Especially if you're Chris Cooley. And Cooley, I owned you last year. That's all for this week, guys. I'm Julie Cooley. Just kidding, I'm Jordan Zucker. And this is week 2 of Girls Guide to Fantasy Football. Touch back with you next week. Really? Can I not find a better closer?